You need to see this before tomorrow. The July 2025 first week portal is still open, but it is closing. You must be alone before it ends. This is not a suggestion. It is a spiritual imperative for what is about to unfold. Listen to the sound of my voice. If you have found this message, it is because your soul algorithm has guided you here for a reason. There are no accidents, only cosmic appointments. We are in the final, most critical 48-hour window of an astronomical and energetic gateway that will not be seen again in our lifetime. For the next 2 days, on July 6th and 7th, 2025, the fabric of our reality is thin, permeable, and profoundly receptive to our deepest intentions. But there is a catch. The universe is demanding your undivided attention. It is demanding your solitude. Before we go any deeper into the mechanics of this timeline and the 5 critical spiritual mistakes that millions will make unknowingly, I need you to do 3 things immediately to anchor your energy and signal to the universe that you are ready. First, please like this video to send a ripple of high-frequency energy out into the collective. Second, subscribe to this channel and turn on all notifications, because the downloads and updates will be coming fast over the next 48 hours, and you cannot afford to miss them. And third, comment the number 999 down below. 999 is the number of cosmic completion, of endings that precede divine beginnings. By typing it, you are declaring that you are ready to close out old karmic cycles and step into the new paradigm this portal is offering. Do it now. Don't wait. The air itself feels different, doesn't it? You might have noticed it. A certain stillness, a strange hum in the quiet moments. Your dreams may have become intensely vivid, almost hyper-real, leaving you with feelings and echoes you can't quite shake when you wake up. Maybe you've been feeling an inexplicable pull to be alone, a sudden aversion to loud noises, crowds, or meaningless chatter. You might find yourself canceling plans, turning off your phone, craving nothing but silence. Do not mistake this for depression or antisocial behavior. This is your higher self, your soul, screaming at you to get into position. The portal that cracked open at the very beginning of July was a gentle invitation. What is happening now, in these final hours, is the main event. It is a concentrated high-potency blast of lunar and stellar energy designed for rapid acceleration and quantum leaps. The moon, in its most nurturing and psychically potent phase, is forming a direct celestial conduit with Sirius, our spiritual sun. This alignment acts like a cosmic key, unlocking dormant DNA codes and activating the parts of your consciousness that are directly linked to the 5D Earth grid. Think of it as the universe downloading a massive software update directly into your energetic field. And just like any major update, it requires the system to be still, to be offline from external interference, to properly integrate the new code. If you are surrounded by the energetic static of other people, their fears, their dramas, their unprocessed emotions, the download will become corrupted. The transmission will fail. This is why solitude is non-negotiable right now. It is your sacred duty to yourself for the next 48 hours. This is the foundation upon which everything else is built. And it brings us to the very first and most devastating spiritual mistake people are making, even those who consider themselves aware. The first mistake is spiritual people-pleasing. It's the act of overriding your own intuitive need for retreat in order to meet the expectations of others. It's saying yes to that dinner party when your entire being is screaming no. It's keeping your phone on, responding to every text, engaging in surface-level conversations because you're afraid of appearing rude, distant, or selfish. Let me be clear, in these next 48 hours, being selfish with your energy is the most spiritual thing you can do. You are a sacred vessel, and this vessel is being prepared for a massive influx of light. To expose that vessel to chaotic or draining energies right now is to knowingly pour poison into a sacred chalice. You must become a fierce, unapologetic guardian of your own peace. The universe is testing you. It wants to see if you will honor its call, or if you will bow to social pressure. Your choice in this moment will determine the trajectory of your spiritual path for the rest of the year. Those who choose solitude will emerge from this portal feeling reborn, with a clarity and sense of purpose that is unshakable. Those who ignore the call will emerge feeling drained, confused, and with a lingering sense of having missed something vital, a cosmic train that has left the station without them. The astronomical mechanics at play are precise and unyielding. The lunar energy, amplified by the water sign influence, is not just emotional, it is deeply psychic. It's dissolving the veil between your conscious and subconscious mind. This is why old memories, forgotten traumas, and deep-seated fears may be bubbling to the surface. It is a purification process. The energy is asking you to look at these things, not to dwell on them, but to bless them, thank them for their lessons, and release them into the ether once and for all. This cannot be done effectively when you are distracted by the external world. It is intimate, internal, sacred work. The Syrian alignment, on the other hand, is pulling you forward. It's beaming in the codes of your highest potential, your soul's true mission. It's the blueprint for the next chapter of your life. So you have this powerful push-pull dynamic. The moon is helping you release the past, while Sirius is illuminating the future. You are the 0 point in the middle, the conduit for this profound recalibration. To stand in that 0 point, you must be still. You must be alone. You are the eye of the hurricane. The world can spin around you, but your center must remain calm, observant, and receptive. This is your temple, your holy ground for the next 48 hours. Protect it as such. Think of the great masters and mystics throughout history. They all understood the power of retreat. They went into the desert, into the caves, into the mountains, not to escape the world, but to hear the voice of the divine without distortion. You are being called to your own personal desert, your own sacred cave. It may be your bedroom. It may be a quiet corner of your home. The physical location matters less than the intention. The intention is to consciously withdraw your energy from the matrix of the 3D world, with its endless demands and distractions, and to plug directly into the source code of the universe. This is a time for journaling, not talking. For meditating, not socializing. For listening to the whispers of your own heart, not the noise of the collective. It is a time for dream work, for paying close attention to the symbols and messages that come through in your sleep. Keep a pen and paper by your bed. Write down everything you remember, no matter how strange. These are not random firings of the brain, they are personalized transmissions from your guides. They are clues to the questions you have been asking. They are the missing pieces of your puzzle. To ignore them now is to leave your divine guidance unread. You are being given a direct line to your soul, and the only requirement is that you pick up the phone. If you have felt this pull, this deep, undeniable urge to disconnect and go within, I want you to pause right now and validate that feeling. It is real. It is important. It is your spiritual GPS guiding you home. To affirm that you have received this message and that you will honor this sacred call, please comment below with the words, "I am a guardian of my energy." By typing this, you are making a conscious pact with yourself and with the universe. You are declaring your commitment to this sacred process. You are putting a divine shield of protection around your energetic field for these next 48 hours. Let the universe hear your declaration. Let the collective feel the power of your intention. You are not just doing this for yourself, you are holding space for the planet. Every single person who consciously chooses to honor this portal in solitude raises the vibration of the collective just a little bit higher. You are a lighthouse. And a lighthouse serves best by standing firm alone and shining its light brightly from its own solid foundation. The physical symptoms of this energy can be intense. Many of you are likely feeling them already. A persistent ringing or humming in one or both ears. This is the sound of your frequency recalibrating, tuning to a higher octave. You might feel strange tingling sensations, particularly in your hands, feet, or crown chakra. This is the new energy flowing through your meridian lines, clearing out old blockages. Moments of extreme, almost bone-deep fatigue followed by sudden, inexplicable bursts of creative or physical energy are common. Your body is working overtime on a cellular level. It's purging dense, old programming and integrating crystalline light codes. Do not fight this. Rest when your body demands rest. Move when your body demands movement. Your appetite might be all over the place. You may crave very specific clean foods, or you may have no appetite at all. Listen to your body's wisdom. It knows exactly what it needs to facilitate this upgrade. Heart palpitations or a feeling of fluttering in your chest can also be a sign of your heart chakra expanding, opening up to hold more light, more love, more compassion for yourself and for the world. Do not be alarmed. Breathe through it. Place a hand on your heart and affirm, I am safe. I am expanding. I am love. This is a birthing process, and it requires your gentle, loving cooperation. The first mistake of spiritual people-pleasing is a refusal to be a gentle, loving cooperator with your own evolution. It is choosing the comfort of the known social world over the magnificent unknown of your own soul. In these final hours, the choice is yours. Choose wisely. The portal waits for no one. It is a river of cosmic opportunity, and it is flowing right now. You either step in or you watch it pass you by. The next mistake we will cover is even more subtle, a trap that many fall into even when they are in solitude, and it concerns the very nature of what you are trying to manifest. So you have committed to your sacred solitude. You have become a guardian of your own energy. You have built the temple. Now the question becomes, what do you do inside it? This brings us to the second, and perhaps most subtle and widespread spiritual mistake people make during a powerful portal like this one. It's a mistake that can hijack the entire upgrade process, even if you are doing everything else right. The second mistake is manifesting from the ego instead of co-creating with the soul. Let me explain. Because the distinction is critical in these final 48 hours. The 3D matrix has trained us to think of manifestation as a cosmic vending machine. We make a list of specific outcomes, a specific job with a specific salary, a specific partner with specific attributes, a specific house on a specific street. We focus all our energy on the form, on the what. This is the language of the ego. The ego is obsessed with control, with certainty, with tangible proof. It believes happiness is located in the external outcome. But this high-frequency Syrian lunar portal does not speak the language of the ego. It speaks the language of vibration, of frequency, of pure feeling state. Trying to force an ego-based specific manifestation through this portal is like trying to send a fax message through a 5G fiber optic network. The energies are incompatible. At best, the message will be lost. At worst, the portal's amplifying power will take your ego's low-frequency desire, which is often rooted in a feeling of lack, fear, or a need for validation, and manifest a lesson, not a prize. The universe will give you a distorted, karmically entangled version of what you asked for, designed to show you the flaw in your desire. If you try to manifest a specific person out of loneliness, the portal won't bring you a soulmate. It will amplify your loneliness until you are forced to find wholeness within yourself. If you try to manifest $1 million out of a fear of scarcity, it won't rain money. It will create situations that trigger your scarcity wound over and over again, until you learn to cultivate a feeling of abundance regardless of your bank balance. This is not the universe punishing you. It is the universe loving you enough to give you the healing you truly need, not the distraction your ego wants. The correct approach in these sacred 48 hours is to shift from manifesting to co-creating. You must release your death grip on the specifics, on the how and the what, and focus entirely on the what, and focus entirely on the what, on the feeling behind the desire. This is the language of the soul. The soul doesn't care if the car is a red Ferrari or a reliable blue sedan. It cares about the frequency of freedom and mobility. The soul doesn't care if your partner is a doctor or an artist. It cares about the frequency of unconditional love, deep connection, and mutual growth. This is the work you are being called to do in your solitude. Get out your journal, and instead of writing a list of things you want to have, write a list of feelings you want to embody. Instead of "I want a new job," write "I want to feel purposeful, creatively expressed, and financially free in my daily work." Instead of "I want to heal my relationship with my mother," Write, I want to feel peace, compassion, and loving detachment. Once you have your list of frequencies, your work is to feel them. Now, in your body. This is the alchemy. Sit in meditation, close your eyes, and call up the feeling of being completely, ecstatically free. Don't imagine the circumstances that would create it. Just generate the raw frequency of freedom in your own cells. What does it feel like in your chest, in your stomach, in your shoulders? Bathe in that feeling. Marinate in it. Become it. This is not faking it till you make it. This is being it until you see it. You are aligning your personal energetic signature with the frequency of your desired reality. You are tuning your radio dial to the station you want to listen to. When you do this inside the amplified energy field of the July 6th and 7th portal, you become a powerful cosmic magnet. The universe, which is a quantum field of infinite potential, has no choice but to begin rearranging itself around your new frequency. It will begin to draw people, opportunities, and synchronicities into your life that are a perfect match for the feeling you are embodying. The forms it will take may surprise you. They will almost certainly be better, more aligned, and more magical than anything your limited ego could have ever conceived of. This is the art of divine surrender. You hold the vision of the frequency, and you let the universe handle the choreography. This process requires you to trust. Trust that the universe is your partner in creation. Trust that your soul knows the path better than your ego does. Trust that the feeling is the prayer, and the universe always answers. Many people falter here. They do the feeling work for 5 minutes, and then their ego jumps back in with "but how? When is it working?" This doubt, this need for control, immediately lowers your vibration and disconnects you from the creative flow. Your only job for the next 48 hours is to return, again and again, to the feeling. Let it be your anchor, your sanctuary, your North Star. Every time a fear comes up, every time a fear comes up, every time a doubt whispers in your ear, consciously release it and come back to the frequency of what you are calling in. This is true spiritual discipline. It is the mastery that this portal is offering you. It is the shift from being a victim of circumstance to being the conscious creator of your reality, not by controlling the outside world, but by mastering your inner one. To signal to the universe that you are ready to shift from egoic attachment to soul-level co-creation, that you are ready to speak its native language of frequency, I want you to comment below with the powerful affirmation, "I am the frequency." Type it, and as you do, feel the profound truth of those words. You are not chasing a frequency, you are the frequency. You are not trying to attract love, you are the frequency of love. You are not trying to find abundance, you are the frequency of abundance. Claim this power, embody this truth. Let the universe know that you understand the rules of the new game. This declaration is a powerful spell, an energetic command that will ripple through the quantum field and supercharge the work you are doing in your solitude. Now, as you begin this powerful practice of embodying your desired frequencies, something else is going to happen. The process of tuning to a higher frequency requires the shedding of lower, denser frequencies. This is where the third, and perhaps most misunderstood spiritual mistake comes into play, a trap that causes so many people to abandon their spiritual work right before the breakthrough. This mistake happens when the purification process truly begins. You've created your solitude, you've started to align your frequency, and then all of a sudden, you are hit by a wave of intense, uncomfortable emotion, a deep, gut-wrenching sadness, a hot, fiery rage, a cold, paralyzing fear. And the third mistake is this: judging the purge. It is the belief that because you are feeling something negative, you are failing. It's the thought, "I'm supposed to be ascending. Why do I feel so terrible? I must be doing it wrong." This judgment, this misunderstanding of what is actually happening, can stop the entire process in its tracks, trapping you in the very energy you are trying to release. We must now talk about how to become a master of the purge, how to welcome these waves of emotion as the sacred cleansing they are, because your ability to navigate this phase in the next 48 hours will determine whether you emerge reborn, or whether you get stuck in the emotional mud. We have reached the most crucial juncture in this 48-hour sacred window. You've committed to solitude. You've shifted from egoic manifestation to soul-level co-creation. And now, the inevitable consequence of this high-frequency work begins: the purge. This is the moment the energetic sludge you've been carrying for years, lifetimes even, gets dislodged from the corners of your being and comes churning to the surface to be released. And this is where so many seekers stumble, right at the finish line, by making the third critical spiritual mistake: judging the purge. You start to feel an old anger, a deep sadness, or a primal fear rise up, and your immediate reaction, trained by a society that pathologizes emotion, is to label it as bad, negative, or low vibrational. You think, I'm trying to align with joy and abundance, so why do I feel this rage? I must be failing. I need to get rid of this feeling immediately. This judgment is a form of spiritual bypassing. It's an attempt to leapfrog over the messy, necessary work of alchemy. It is the single most effective way to short-circuit your own liberation. Let me be unequivocally clear. The intense emotions that surface during a portal like this are not a sign that you are doing something wrong. They are a sign that you are doing everything right. They are proof that the process is working. The light of the Syrian lunar alignment is pouring into your system. And just as turning on a bright light in a dark room reveals all the dust and cobwebs, this influx of light is illuminating all the dense, unprocessed energy that has been stored in your cellular memory. The anger isn't new anger. It's the unexpressed rage from every time you were silenced or betrayed. The sadness isn't new sadness. It's the unshed tears from every loss and heartbreak your soul has ever known. These are not your enemies. They are your liberated children, finally coming home to be seen, heard, and integrated. To judge them, to push them away, to try and vibrate higher than them, is to tell a crying child to shut up and go back to the dark basement. It is an act of violence against your own soul. For these next 48 hours, you must completely reframe your relationship with these so-called negative emotions. You must become a divine alchemist. An alchemist does not discard the lead. They understand that the lead is the very raw material from which gold is made. Your pain is the lead. Your anger is the lead. Your fear is the lead. Your job is not to get rid of it, but to love it into a higher frequency. The process is one of radical, unconditional presence. When a wave of sadness washes over you, do not run from it. Do not distract yourself with your phone or with food. Do not analyze it or try to figure out its story. Simply stop what you are doing, close your eyes, and feel it, fully, in your body. Where does it live? Is it a heaviness in your chest, a knot in your stomach, a lump in your throat? Breathe into that physical sensation. Give it your full, loving, non-judgmental attention. Say to it, silently or out loud, I see you, I feel you. You are welcome here. Thank you for showing me what needs to be healed. This simple act of presence is profoundly transformative. By meeting the energy with love instead of resistance, you stop feeding it. You allow it to complete its cycle. Energy is just information in motion. These old emotions are simply stuck energy patterns that were never allowed to move through you and release. By giving them a safe space to be felt, you are allowing them to finally complete their journey. You will feel them crest like a wave, and then you will feel them recede. You may be overcome with tears. You may need to scream into a pillow. You may need to shake your body vigorously. This is the energy physically leaving your system. Let it happen. This is the purge in action. It is messy. It is raw. It is visceral. And it is the most sacred work you can do. Every wave of emotion you successfully navigate in this way lightens your energetic load permanently. You are literally becoming a being of higher frequency, not by ignoring the darkness, but by loving it back into the light. This is true mastery. This is the work of an ascended being. To solidify your commitment to this brave and sacred work, to declare that you will no longer be an enemy to your own emotions but a loving alchemist of your own soul, I want you to comment below with the powerful declaration, I welcome my healing. Feel the relief in that statement, the surrender, the self-compassion. You are no longer at war with yourself. You are a partner in your own becoming. This affirmation sends a signal deep into your subconscious and out to your spiritual guides that you are ready, willing and able to do the real work, the deep work, the work that truly sets you free. This brings us to the fourth spiritual mistake, which is inextricably linked to the purge. It's a behavioral trap that people fall into while they are in the throes of this intense emotional release. The fourth mistake is seeking external validation for your internal process. You are in your solitude. You're navigating a huge wave of grief, and the urge to pick up the phone and call a friend to tell them all about it becomes overwhelming. You feel the need to explain your process, to have someone else say, "Wow, that sounds intense. You're so strong. You're doing great." You want someone to witness your pain and validate your experience. While this may seem harmless or even healthy, during this specific 48-hour portal, it is a critical error. It is an energy leak. When you take your raw, sacred internal process and you put it into words for another person, you immediately shift from the realm of pure feeling, the right brain, the soul, to the realm of language and narrative, the left brain, the ego. You are taking a profound energetic event and shrinking it down to fit into a story. The moment you start to explain it, you begin to analyze it, you filter it, you dilute its raw power. Furthermore, you are opening your highly sensitive, vulnerable, energetic field to the opinions, filters, and energetic baggage of another person. No matter how well-intentioned they may be, they will listen through their own traumas, their own beliefs, their own fears. They might offer advice that pulls you out of your own intuitive wisdom. They might react with pity, which lowers your frequency. They might not know how to hold space for your intensity, and their discomfort will register in your field. You are the alchemist in the laboratory. This is the time to stay with the experiment, not to run out into the street and try to describe the chemical reaction to a passerby. The validation you are seeking must come from within. The only witness you need right now is your own higher self, the divine. Place a hand on your own heart and say to yourself, "I see you. I honor your journey. You are safe. You are held." This self-sourcing of validation is a massive step in spiritual sovereignty. This portal is giving you an opportunity to break the addiction to external approval once and for all. Trust that your process is exactly what it needs to be. You don't need a co-signer for your soul's work. This is why the solitude is so important. It creates the container to prevent this very mistake. It removes the temptation. It forces you to find the strength, the comfort, and the wisdom within yourself. Every time you resist the urge to reach out and instead turn back inward, you are building a new neural pathway, a new muscle of self-reliance and inner trust. You are proving to the universe that you are ready to be a sovereign being, a direct conduit of divine energy, without the need for intermediaries. This is a graduation. It's a leveling up of your spiritual maturity. The final mistake we will discuss is the most crucial of all, because it determines what happens after the portal closes. It determines whether the immense work you've done over these 48 hours actually sticks, or whether you will snap back to your old reality, as if nothing ever happened. We must talk about the critical error of integration, because the seeds planted in this portal can either blossom into a new life, or they can wither on the vine. We have arrived at the final and most consequential stage of this sacred 48-hour journey. You have protected your solitude. You have shifted to co-creating from the soul. You have bravely navigated the emotional purge, and you have learned to source your validation from within. You have done the work. The light codes have been downloaded. The old density has been cleared. You are a new being, vibrating at a new frequency. And now, as the portal begins to close on the evening of July 7th, you face the final test, and the fifth and most tragic spiritual mistake, snapping back to the old reality. This is the mistake of failing to integrate. It's the act of going through a profound, life-altering spiritual experience, and then, on July 8th, waking up and immediately plugging back into the exact same routines, habits, thought patterns, and environments that defined your old self. It's like a butterfly emerging from its chrysalis, only to immediately try and crawl back into the caterpillar skin it just shed. It is a negation of the entire miraculous process. Integration is not a passive process. It is an active, conscious, and deliberate choice. The 48 hours within the portal are the ceremony. The days and weeks that follow are the integration. And they are just as important. The universe will test your new frequency. It will present you with situations that tempt you back into your old patterns. An old argument with a family member will resurface. An opportunity to engage in gossip will appear. A draining friend will call, asking for your energy. Your ego, comfortable in the familiar, will whisper, "See, nothing has really changed. This is just who you are." This is the great illusion. You are not the same person you were 48 hours ago. Your cells are different. Your energy field is different. Your consciousness is different. But you must act like it. You must make choices from your new level of awareness, not your old one. You must consciously anchor your new frequency into your physical, 3D life. This means your life must change. It has to. You cannot hold a 5D frequency while living a 3D life. The dissonance is too great. This is where courage is required. Integration means making tangible changes. It might mean unsubscribing from the news channels that feed you fear. It might mean lovingly, but firmly setting a new boundary with a family member. It might mean changing your diet to support your new lighter body. It might mean finally quitting the job that drains your soul, even if you don't have another one lined up yet. It means choosing activities, people, and environments that match the new frequency you now hold. You must protect your newfound vibration like a precious newborn child. For the first few days after this portal closes, be ruthless in your curation of reality. Say no to anything that feels heavy, draining, or out of alignment. Say yes only to that which feels expansive, joyful, and true. This is not about being perfect. It's about being intentional. One of the most powerful integration practices is to spend time in nature. Nature holds a pure, high, stable frequency. Go and sit with a tree. Put your bare feet on the earth. Listen to the birds. Let the planet's energy help you stabilize your new vibration. Grounding is not just a spiritual concept. It is an electrical one. You are a bioelectrical being, and by connecting with the earth, you are allowing any excess chaotic energy from your upgrade to discharge safely, and you are drawing up the planet's steady, nurturing energy to solidify your new state. Drink copious amounts of pure water. Water holds memory and conducts energy. As you drink, hold the glass in your hands and infuse it with the intention, "I am integrating all the light, healing, and wisdom from this portal with grace and ease." You are literally programming your body on a cellular level to accept and embody the changes. You must also be mindful of your thoughts. Your old habitual thought patterns will try to reassert themselves. The inner critic, the worrier, the doubter, they will show up. Your work is not to fight them, but to observe them with detached compassion, like clouds passing in the sky. When a fear-based thought arises, you can say, "Thank you for sharing, but I am choosing a new thought now." And then you consciously, deliberately choose a thought that aligns with your new reality. "I am safe and divinely guided. Everything is always working out for my highest good. I am a powerful creator." You are actively rewiring your brain. You are choosing the new timeline with every single thought. This is the moment-to-moment work of mastery. The portal opened the door for you. Integration is the act of consciously and repeatedly walking through it every single day. To make one final powerful commitment to this process. To declare to yourself and to the cosmos that you will not let this profound gift go to waste. That you will honor the transformation you have undergone by integrating it into your daily life. I want you to comment below with the ultimate statement of spiritual sovereignty. "My new reality begins now." Let this be your mantra, your declaration of independence from your past self, your birth announcement into your new life. Type it, feel it, and know that with this final act of intention you are sealing the sacred work of these 48 hours. You have made it. You have navigated one of the most potent energetic gateways of our time. You have faced your shadows, you have claimed your power, and you have chosen a new timeline. The person who started watching this video is not the same person who is finishing it. Feel that shift. Acknowledge it. Honor the journey you have been on. A deep quiet may be settling over you. A sense of profound peace. This is the signature of a successful soul upgrade. The work is not over, but the most intense phase has passed. Now the adventure of living from this new place of power and clarity begins. Remember who you are now. Remember the feelings you embodied in your solitude. Let them be your guide. Let them be your compass. The universe is watching with bated breath to see what you will do with this incredible gift. Show it the magic you are capable of. Create a life so beautiful it makes the angels weep. If this message has served you, if it has guided you through this powerful time, please do one final thing to help this light reach others. Share this video with one person who you know is on their own path of awakening. You could be the catalyst they need. And if you have not already, please subscribe and keep your notifications on. The journey continues, and I will be here to guide you through every cosmic shift, every portal, and every step of our collective ascension. The portal is now closing. The sacred work is complete. Go forth and be the light you were always meant to be. Your new reality begins now.